I have a challenging question for you, and that is, do you think that learning is entirely willed, that it is within your conscious control, and that it's just a matter of getting a tutor if you need to have some extra help, and sitting down and developing discipline and working harder so that you can take the exam, so that you can cram the information to graduate, so that you can meet the deadline at work? And what happens when you don't get the results that you expected in your exam? You might have gone blank, or you're not able to graduate because you haven't passed all the exams, or you didn't meet the deadline. And how do people respond to you, and how does that make you feel? You see, in our mind-centric world, there is so much emphasis on the brain, I think, therefore I am, that we forget that it's the nerves and it's the emotions that allow us access to the ability to learn. And unless we learn to regulate our emotions and to develop resilience with our nerves so we can tolerate frustration, then it's going to be very difficult and challenging for us to learn. But there is good news. There is neuroplasticity, as I mentioned before. And there is also the question of understanding your brain by working with your brain and your emotions and your nerves. And to be able to do that, I'd like to mention that 80% of your ability to learn is really unconscious, and that it depends on your brain architecture, its development during pregnancy and early childhood experiences, and the effect that your connections with your family members had on your sense of self-esteem and on your feelings of confidence. At We Can Learn to Learn, you get a second chance because we have the tools and we have the understanding to be able to provide emotional relief, to provide even technology to allow your nervous system to calm down, and for those abilities that are important for learning to surface, including connections, social connections with other individuals. And you can also thereby develop a toolkit that allows you not to feel that your emotions and your abilities represent the sum total of you, but that you are in control and that you have perspective of what's happening to you. And with that, you begin to shift from surviving from crisis to thriving and being a confident learner where the world is your oyster to explore.